Hey guys, what's going on? So I've got another Pantera review for you guys today. Extremely classic and highly regarded album. Vulgar Display of Power. Extremely good album. Probably my third favorite from them. My favorite is probably Great Southern Trendkill. Second favorite is Far Beyond Driven Out, though. It's pretty close to tied with Trendkill. And then this one. First Pantera album I ever got, and the first metal album I ever got that wasn't Metallica. Actually, this is my mom's copy, but I borrowed it, and I haven't really given it back or asked for it back since. At one point or another, I'll get my own copy. Probably on vinyl, but this is a great album. This is a very old pressing. I'm pretty sure it's the first pressing, since like my mom used to listen to this band back in the day and all that shit. But yeah, so this is a fantastic album. Its 25th anniversary was Saturday, I think. So yeah, let's get started. So the packaging on here is probably different from the reissues, I'm not sure. But there's the album cover, very iconic. You know, the guy getting punched in the face. There's a lot of debate on how it was done, if they act like, a lot of the members of the band will say like they paid some random dude off the street money for him to punch him in the face. But then like, I forgot who it was, but one of the like, I think like, I forgot who it was, but somebody said that like, no, they didn't do that. They just held the fist up to the guy's face, and then he like made a weird face, and they put like a fan so it would blow his hair and all that. I don't know, but it's an awesome album cover. I've got a t-shirt of this album cover, and it has it says Stronger Than All in the back, and it's like one of my favorite band t-shirts. That's so cool. So yeah, you know, that logo, Vulgar Display of Power. There's parental advisory on here, and I can see why. It's not, this is where Pantera started to cuss a lot, but, you know, it's not that big a deal. Yeah, there's certainly worse stuff out there than this. There's the, back, so, you know, that picture of the band, and then all the track listing. Second album they did on Atco, and I really consider this their second album, although a lot of people say it's like, what, their, like, 6th or 7th. I can't remember how many glam albums they did. I don't know, I don't count those, but I consider this their second album. Jewel case is very thick. Since it's older, I guess they did it with better plastic, and now they make these with cheaper plastic. It always bends back since it's old and kind of worn out. The disc cover is very cool. You know, like, Phil Anselmo there, and then the light. I just thought that was really neat. The booklet folds out. So you got, like, pictures of the band. So there's Phil Anselmo. This is right when he went bald. Dimebag Darrell. He's still called Diamond Darrell on here, which is weird. Rex Brown. And, of course, Vinnie Paul. And then you have, right here, you have, like, advertisement for, it says also available, and there's, like, a VHS, and then there's Cowboys from Hell. So, there's all of the, my sister's screaming. Here's all, like, the lyrics and, you know, all that stuff. So, yeah, lyrics on here are better, in my opinion, than on Cowboys from Hell. Like, you know, more aggressive. I really like lyrics to songs like A New Level or Mouth for War, or especially Hollow. I have kind of a funny story. I used that song for something in school. I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, but opens up with Mouth for War. Great fucking song. Kick-ass riffs. Just a heavy song. Great lyrics about how, like taking negative energy and turning it into something positive through music, I think. I'm not sure, but I think it's about something about that. But it's a very good song, very good way to open up this album. It actually has a pretty hooky, kind of catchy chorus, which is weird. But yeah, A New Level is an underrated song. It has awesome, awesome riffs, and it's very fast, and the guitar solo is awesome in here. You know, Dimebag was a great guitar player, R.I.P. Just an awesome song. And then there, of course, there's Walk, probably one of their most well-known songs, if not their most well-known. Very good, the first Pantera song I ever heard. You know, very simple riff, simple lyrics that are really, really aggressive and awesome. You know, really cool rhythm that's very hard to replicate, and a very original song overall. Fucking Hostile is a very, very good song. It's a really fast, thrashy one. This album had less thrash influences, and it was more of a straight groove metal album. And then on Great Southern Trendkill and Far Beyond Driven, they added more death metal influences or extreme metal. But this one, to me, is more of a straight-up groove metal album. While Cowboys from Hell had some, like, thrash in here. This one has slightly less thrash, and it's more just their own thing. But I don't know, Fucking Hostile was a very thrashy kind of song. And I gotta say, the production on here from Terry Date, one of my favorite producers probably, is really good. It's crystal clear, really good high ends, and also really good bass. It's just a great production. This Love is a very popular song from Pantera. It's like a ballad. It's a lot better than Cemetery Gates in my opinion. A lot of people really like Cemetery Gates, but I prefer This Love because it's angry lyrics about like a relationship gone wrong, basically. And it has a really aggressive chorus, and the breakdown is just like the breakdown of the song would make like a million deathcore bands wet their pants. It's like the breakdown here is awesome. Rise is extremely underrated. It's kind of like fucking Hostile, except it's a little bit faster, and but it's slightly less aggressive. But just awesome lyrics, awesome riffs. The lyrics are okay, but yeah, very underrated. Oh, No Good, Attack the Radical is really good. I think the lyrics are about like racism or something. I'm not sure. They're not about racism from the perspective of Phil Anselmo. I know that there's a lot of controversy about him being racist and all that shit. The whole white power thing. Last year or the year before that or whatever. I can't remember. I think it was in 2015 or 16 when that happened. I don't even really care, to be honest. As long as it's like I don't listen to any of his projects that he's done outside of Pantera, like Super Joint Ritual or Down or any of that. I've never really cared to. He is a very good frontman in my opinion, but I don't care if he's racist or not, as long as it just doesn't affect music. I mean, like he's obviously has a lot of really douchey stuff. There's a lot of douchey things that Phil Anselmo has done, but I don't care because I don't really like Phil Anselmo as a person. I just like his his vocals or whatever. He's a very good vocalist, and on here his vocals are a lot better than on Cowboys from Hell. He does less like falsettos, and he does more. He has a deeper voice on here. More growl, not really growls. He doesn't do gutturals on here. He does do some gutturals on the next two albums, but yeah. Anyways, No Good, Attack the Radical is really good. There's actually one part where it almost sounds like he's kind of rapping, which is weird, but yeah. Very good guitar riffs too. Really groovy song. Oh, Live in a Hole is awesome. I think it's the chorus riff. Actually sounds quite a lot like the chorus riff to Cemetery Gates, except it's not quite as good of a riff, but it's an awesome song. And yeah, and the vocals, like there's like an effect on the vocals that makes his voice sound kind of like a talk box guitar almost in a way. Well, not really, but like like there's like a vocal effect on there that's really cool, and really great groove. Let's see, Regular People Conceit is a very good song. It has a really good riff. It's an underrated song. Pretty much every song on here after This Love is really underrated. But yeah, By Demons Be Driven is very good. It has a really heavy riff, but it also has kind of like a bluesy vibe. But yeah, and there's really cool like lyrics to there, like you hear like Phil Anselmo whispering like back in the call, well, like in a really deeper voice, obviously, and it just sounds really badass. But yeah, Hollow is a great song. It's like a ballad, but it sounds a lot. It's a lot more of an emotional song. It's about having a friend who goes into like a depressive, vegetative kind of state. And I used that song for a project in English one time. When I was in the 8th grade, we had to do a project for the book The Outsiders. We had to like name us, like we had to like pick a chapter from the book or whatever, and make a project about it. And we had to put like a song that has lyrics that could be used if there was like a soundtrack to a movie or for that song or for that chapter or whatever. And there's part where if you have read The Outsiders, the two characters are like one of them kills a man basically, and the other one feels like, and then he's all like down about it or whatever, and they like run away and escape or whatever. I don't feel like explaining The Outsiders plot right now, but anyways, I used that song for it since it's about having a friend who goes into a depressive state. Honestly, that song doesn't suit super well. I just kind of used that because I wanted to use a metal song, and it was awesome. Especially when I played that in front of the whole class, and they all looked at me during the fast part like, what the fuck? But yeah, so it starts out slow with a really good riff that's kind of very emotional sounding and really cool. So that's kind of weird for something band like Pantera, but yeah, and then the fast part is also awesome. But this is a very, very good album. Perfect 10, honestly. Yeah, better than Cowboys from Hell, definitely, in my opinion. And they got more aggressive on here, and they just kept getting more aggressive with each album until Reinventing the Steel on that album. I feel like that one was kind of a downgrade, and they went back to that Cowboys from Hell kind of style. But this one is very good. One of the greatest metal albums ever made. Holy Grail album, just perfect. There's nothing really bad about Vulgar's Display of Power, and it got me into heavier metal. Since I started out with like Metallica, and then I got this. And I think like the next day I got Megadeth Greatest Hits, and then I progressed from there and all that. But this is probably the first really heavy metal album I got, and I really like it a lot. Just fucking great album. Go listen to that. I mean, if you haven't and you listen to metal, like, you've been living under a rock if you haven't heard how good this album, if you haven't heard about this album. For some reason, there's a weird group of metalheads or elitists who hate Pantera because they think that the lyrics are stupid or whatever. I don't give a shit. Fuck them. I like Pantera. They're one of my favorite metal bands. Probably in my top 5 or top 10. Definitely top 10. Anyways, so I hope you enjoyed that review of Vulgar Display of Power. Great album. Yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.